guys, I know it's been ridiculously a really long time, but we're back. And today we're gonna be taking a look at the Destar infrared trap. This trap uses infrared, not all that weird trippy stuff. So, and just to go beginning, this is a humane trap. The mice will not be hurt. So there's going to be no killing, which is really good for people who like to have humane ways. And also, I'll leave an Amazon link in the description to get this product, but don't click out right now. I'm going to tell you a few things about this trap first, okay? So, first things first, this trap right here uses infrared instead of trips. So there's basically almost a 0% chance of them getting, virtually a 0% chance of them getting out when they walk inside. Because when they're inside, the infrared sees that they're in there. There's a thing in there. There's holes in there, and they're hard to see without dismantling it. But they see that there's actually a mouse in there, because sometimes you can accidentally set it off, and when it will close it, but it will notice there's not actually a mouse in there, so it'll reopen up after 3 minutes. Now, let's just say a mouse walks in, okay? So we're just gonna turn this on. After you turn this on, it's gonna arrive closed. But after you turn it on, it's going to open up, and it does that. So I just got to shake it a little bit. Come on. There. Okay. Now, there's not actually a mouse in there, but pretend there's a mouse in here. Now, it sees that there's a mouse in there, and it's going to stay closed until it notices. This container right here is the second container. It's a one-way container. Just like the Jaws one that I reviewed a while ago. They can't get out through there. Let's take a look at that after. There's pedals right here, and it will stay like that until the mouse goes onto these pedals and goes into here, and it doesn't open up immediately. It takes about 2 minutes before it opens back up, which is good because it just makes sure that the mouse doesn't turn back around again. And doesn't escape. So this is pretty big for mice. Remember, these types of resetting, I really do recommend these because you can catch a lot of mice. I caught an entire row of 5 mice one time. Not with this. I got this today. I was supposed to come tomorrow. I don't know why it came today, but it's in here right now, pretend, and it's trying to search a way out. At first, it's probably not going to move because it's probably going to jump around trying to find it. Eventually, it's going to stop moving because it thinks that something's going to eat it. And eventually, it's going to get really antsy and it's going to try and find a way out. Well, it's going to find a way. It's going to push on this until the one-way door. It's going to push and push and push. And then it will get inside of here. But as it's doing that, it's going to step on that pressure plate that I was talking about. And while it's on that pressure plate, it will wait about 2 minutes, like I said, just in case the mouse decided to turn back around. It will detect that and it'll reset the timer again. As long as the mouse is in here, it will stay closed. But sometimes if it accidentally gets triggered by like what I just did, light or whatever, because it's infrared, after 3 minutes and it doesn't detect the laser on the inside of the aisle, like they call it an aisle, it will reopen up the hatches. But however, when it detects a mouse and it walked into here, it will reopen after 2 minutes. So, which allows it to constantly be catching mice over and over again. And there's basically, if you think about it, it's a very intelligently built, so that it can catch multiple mice in one night. We got 2 cats January this year, and we don't have any mice problems this year, but I'll still be able to review mouse traps. Don't be like, oh no, he's not going to review. I'm still going to be reviewing them. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy you guys. I enjoy making your guys' day. So this is not going to end like ever. So you're going to have the manufacturer in the manual claims that this takes 3 AA batteries. And once you have 3 AA batteries, they claim that it'll last about 40 days. They have perfect time consuming, battery consuming, so you don't have to worry about. Yeah, I know I'm not showing my face. I don't want YouTube to block my comments, so that you guys can ask questions and stuff. This was already. I came up for the outside. I caught a chipmunk through this thing. Chipmunks are this big, but I would not recommend squirrels though, because squirrels are bigger, and the chipmunk was actually kind of the flaw about this thing is it's pretty dang light, and if it's that light, it's most likely going to nothing I've seen can flip it over, but squirrels and stuff might flip it over and get out, but that's just a theory of mine. Right now it's closed because I set it off, and I think it detects that there's a mouse in there. Now, if you accidentally set it off and it doesn't open again, all you gotta do is just turn it off, and then turn it. I'm sorry, my sister's in the background, and then watch. It will reopen up. Now there's a little bar right here, so I can set it off. Come on. Apparently it doesn't want to set off right now. There we are. This tin bar right here, this tin bar right there keeps it shut, so that when mice walk in, anything, it can't be pushed back open, and these you have to install manually. Just read the manual and it'll tell you how to do it. So you just slide the pins in. I believe this is just used so that sunlight doesn't get into it, but I think that he said that so it doesn't jam or anything. Or so that the mice, they don't squeeze through here, but I don't get it. So the mouse, I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't cut off my finger. The mouse enters through here, and it's two-way too, so the mouse enters, and if you can see this thing right here, what it will do is it will be detecting is oh, hey, something's approaching, and then it will communicate with the other hole saying, well, if there's something there, then I will close. So once the mouse goes to there, it gets to the bait. By the way, bait, it will work, any bait, just not too much, because it probably would not end well. There would be too many mice or something. Don't take an entire bottle of something and spray it in there. Because most likely the mice won't go inside, or it will be constantly triggered. So inside here is where the mouse will walk in. They call it the aisle. Now, when the mice walks in, it will close to prevent the mouse from going out, and it will stay closed until it detects it goes into here. That pedal that I was talking about, it pushes it down, but it will wait 2 minutes before it reopens again, because that way they're making sure that the mouse doesn't turn around and run away. And 3 minutes if it doesn't detect the mouse and it's still closed. This trap, I would say probably would work well because of its mechanics, and it's perfectly humane. It's the thing is a lot bigger in here, the main metal part. And let's say you got a mouse in here, okay? Wow, I got mice in here. So you pull this up. You see the handle. Make sure it says Destar. Destar, not Death Star. Destar, and make sure it's perfectly red. And this handle, take the handle and lift it up, okay? Now, the mice aren't going to crawl out yet because the door is still closed, and it's still one way. Now, let's say you're at a park or something and you want to let them go. So you just spin it upside down. I had trouble with this last time, but what it's supposed to do is this part right here is supposed to flip there's a part right here that's supposed to come down, but sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh wait, here we are. So what you do is, here we are. The mouse is in here. You spin it this way. You don't spin it up. You don't spin it in a circle. Don't spin it upside down like this. You don't want the Death Star to be upside down. Let the logo go by the logo. You don't want it to be upside down. Spin it this way, so it's normal again. See how you can read it. See how the words are fine. Now what you want to do is turn it like the. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry about that screaming in the background. Okay. So what you want to do is spin it this way. Spin it left or right. Don't turn it perfectly upside down. Spin it left. There you go. Remember, spin it. Remember, okay, so it's normal. Now spin it. Either way will work. Spin it. And then set it down. Now the mice can run out, and now that the mice are gone, you flip it back over again. And we set it here, and now this part's a little bit complicated, so I'll show you on the side here. So you can see these little hooks right here. There's two. They meet up with these. There's two. So what you want to do is you want to catch them. I know this is hard, I'm sorry. And pull down. And it should be like this. If you don't get me, I'm really sorry. The manual should tell you more about this. Read the manual. Always read the manual, because sometimes people can't understand me. So I'm constantly working here to make sure that you guys can understand me. I hope that I do a good job. And if you don't understand me still, just give a glimpse of the manual and they should tell you. So now it's good for another go. The doors are open, the infrared's working. Well, I turned it off, but the mouse will go in. And what I would recommend this for, I would recommend this for people who have a lot of mice and they don't want mouse traps that kill them. They want to let them go. And right now, I'll show you good placements. Yeah, I'm in the bathroom right now. It's the only place with peace and good light. So, here. I'm going to set you guys down here. I can't set you guys down, because that's being weird. Okay, I'll just do this. So, let's say that there's a mouse den down just by the sink. What you want to do is put the back part, the part right here, slide it against the wall where you see more mouse traffic, but even if you don't, it will still be, just put it near where you mostly see mice, or mouse droppings, or smell mouse urine. Those are most likely places where they go. Then what you want to do is look in here, you make sure that they can get through there easily, and put in some bait. I recommend that it's off when you put bait in, because I do not want you guys to accidentally get your finger hurt. So the mouse will come from a hole, and it will slide over here. It will come into here, it will snap shut, and it will come into here, and it will be good for another go. I recommend you put it somewhere where it can't be kicked around, but at the same time hide mouse traffic. Most mice, I think, would come from the basement. Mice like to hide in places because they don't like to be human interacted. They like the food. Not at times that they usually come out at night. They are nocturnal animals, but sometimes they might come out in the daytime. They don't know. They don't know what time it is. They don't have watches. But even if you see them in the day, always look for mouse droppings, because that's how you know exactly where they are. You put them in here. You put this here, and you might not. It's okay if you don't catch the mouse the first night. It's fine if you don't catch the first night or the second night. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm getting Culver's today, by the way. It's not a paid sponsorship, but Culver's, man, it's so tasty. So the mice would go into here. You can catch multiple mice. It's okay if you didn't catch it the first night. That is perfectly normal. Mice have an IQ of an 8-year-old. That's what it said on the manual. But I was also catching, basically testing his sanity by saying, don't tell a mouse loudly about catching mice, etc. I'm like, come on. You can say any other word loudly and it'll scare them away, but they said not to put anything underneath. It may look ugly, but the truth is they can smell. They have very good scent and they have very good memory, and you might have only caught one, but you're like, oh, why am I not catching any other ones? Well, mice, they're actually smarter than they look. Well, they might watch their friend who they were walking with, and he got close, he got shut. He was like, oh no, and he doesn't want to go into there anymore. So what I would recommend doing is, well, there's not really much you can do, unless you can find a new place with maybe new bait or something, or maybe look at less visible, or just at least get a different trap. It's not gonna taint. It's not like they're gonna taint it and all the mice won't go in there anymore. It's just for that guy. I've caught multiple mice. I haven't caught it with this, but I do recommend this. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, unless YouTube blocked my comments, like they do, even though I'm basically almost 15 in less than a month, they might block my I look a lot younger than I really am. I look a lot younger, but I'm actually older. So yeah, if you guys want this, I'll put it in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If YouTube allows comments, please ask questions. If you don't have any questions, that's fine. But I would love to answer your questions with a second beat up of to help answer all of your guys' questions. You guys will remain anonymous when I do answer your questions. I will not insert your names or usernames at all, because I believe privacy. So yeah. If YouTube allows comments, please leave a comment to show how you guys are doing with this trap, or just some questions and stuff that I didn't cover. But just to let you know, if you do have some questions, first refer to the manual before you comment, before you ask me. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, I get to see you again soon.